This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week. This week, it's Souls Worn Thin.
Sitting on the sidewalk, hanging around, running my cell phone battery down, watching all the people in the crowd, burn my city to the ground, build up one new platform, start up one more new norm. There's no time to hear me warn when the left and the right and the middle swarm.
It's our loud and local band of the week, Souls Worn Thin. You want to find out how you get their music? Steve will tell you.
Well, you can see them live on April 1st at the Plaid Pig in Tacoma, or pick up their debut record. It came out late last year, and it's called Kill Your TV.
You can get more info. Just go to the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com, and you can get more local music, man. Just tune in Sunday nights here at The Rock. It's a great show, and hey, it's called Loud and Local, where you get 2 solid hours of music from the Pacific Northwest. You get to hear great bands like Souls Worn Thin. And I do believe Danny is jumping.
It's Friday. Jumping Friday.
Yeah! Happy Friday, everybody.
Friday. Hope you have a great weekend.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. Even you.
Wow, okay. Wow, I didn't realize that. All right. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Justin in Ferndale. Justin, are you there?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Justin. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, Justin will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Justin, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
What Van Halen album featuring Sammy Hagar on vocals had only numbers in the title?
Oh, God. 11?
No.
Oh, crap. Pass.
What was the name of the housekeeper on the TV series The Brady Bunch?
Oh, my God. Pass.
Which planet has the most volcanoes?
Mars.
No.
Venus?
Yes. Which Addams Family member did Christina Ricci play in the movies?
Matilda?
No.
Wednesday?
Yes. What term for an adult male gorilla comes from a distinctive patch of hair?
Silverback.
Yes. Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and which other state all touch at one point?
New Mexico?
Yes. A medicine that hastens the emptying of the bowels is called a what?
Laxative.
Yes. Frequency is measured in what?
Hertz?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
Justin did a lot better than I would have.
He did really well in the middle part. Started really bad, but he got there.
Yeah, he did.
You don't think you would have done very well on these ones?
No,
BJ?
and I'm embarrassed because I should know a lot of these, and I'm like, I don't.
A lot of them are just kind of general knowledge, and
and I do not have general knowledge today.
Apparently not. We'll have to see if Steve does. Steve, you're back. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
What Van Halen album featuring Sammy Hagar on the vocals had only numbers in the title?
OU812.
No.
Starts with O. Oh, man, what the hell is it? 5150.
Yes. What was the housekeeper's name in the TV series The Brady Bunch?
Alice.
Yes. Which planet has
Sam the meat.
Which planet has the most volcanoes?
Which planet?
Yeah.
Earth.
No.
Mars.
No.
Jupiter.
No. Which Addams Family member did Christina Ricci play in the movie?
Wednesday.
Yes. What term for an adult male gorilla comes from a distinctive patch of hair?
Silverback.
Yes. Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and which other state all touch at one point?
Nevada.
No.
California.
No.
Washington.
No. A medicine that hastens the emptying of the bowels is called a what?
A laxative.
Yes. Frequency is measured in what?
Ounces.
No.
Rotations.
No.
Circles.
No. Circles.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you lose. Woo! 5 to 6 or 6 to 5.
Oh. Nice work, Justin.
It's nice to be back in the winner's circle. But hey, Steve, you guys got to check out the dodgeball match for the NHL.
Oh, there's a dodgeball 4-4 for the NHL?
So it's the mascots and the and the Vancouver mascot nailed Gritty in the face.
Nice.
Oh boy.
See,
I'll have to look that up. Yeah.
That would have been the perfect spot for them to introduce the Kraken mascot. You have a dodgeball thing, and then almost wrestling style coming out of the stands is the mascot smashing people with stuff.
Yeah, not to happen.
Yeah, they got a whole 3 days of mascot competition that's going to be happening in the All-Star Weekend. So, I missed it. The costume contest was that must have been why Gritty was stripping.
Oh, that makes sense now.
Today, it's the mascot skills competition. And then, tomorrow. And then Sunday, they're playing broomball, medieval games. And then the Mascot Showdown Championship trophy will be unveiled.
I know what I'm doing on Saturday.
Oh, Steve, wait, you missed the whole competition that they're doing.
What's that?
You missed this.
Playing.
Oh, here goes the Brewers.
You got loser rolled, baby.
I did.
Some of the ones you missed that Justin did get correct. He knew that the planet with the most volcanoes was Venus.
Yep.
He also knew that Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico all touch at one point.
I know about New Mexico. That's for losers, that place.
Wow.
Land of disenchantment.
Oh, rude. And he also knew that frequency was measured in hertz.
Hertz.
Steve, I'm embarrassed too because that's our business, and we didn't, and I totally didn't know it either.
I almost was going to say megahertz, but that wouldn't have.
No, that wouldn't have worked on that one. Definitely just the hertz. Sorry for your loss there.
Vicky's watching the dodgeball game between all the mascots, and it's pretty awesome, dude.
I want to see Gritty get hit because I think his eyes would just go.
What a fun thing for the mascots. They all get flown to Las Vegas to compete in these silly games and have fun and just be mascots.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. That's a really awesome idea to have. That way fans of all ages get to enjoy. And as we know, so many people who are not just kids are fans of mascots.
It just pains me that we don't have our mascot there yet.
Right.
I mean, if we do have a mascot, which we're told that we do, And we were told that we were going to find out about it before the year's end. And, well, the year ended, and now we're in the new year. And I understand that, maybe because of the COVID shutdowns, their schedule got all screwed up. Maybe they have something planned. But, man, when you want to unveil that All-Star break?
Yes. I would have thought so, just because they could have had fun participating in stuff like this. But I don't know, Steve. It's they must have, like you said, a whole schedule planned and just know what they want to do. But, yeah, it would be nice. I just don't know when you would reveal. Like, is there another part of this season that you'd want to reveal it to get interest? Maybe as they feel like maybe they thought the tail end of the season could be tough, and they needed to find a way to get people interested. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or maybe they could have just sent Brandon Tanev, and he could be the mascot for the team.
Okay,
he's kind of become like the ambassador for the team now that he's hurt and he's out for the season. He's like doing youth hockey program stuff, and he's like doing really cool stuff around the community. Wouldn't that have been a really cool thing?
Yeah, like Turbo's a great mascot name.
Yeah. Turbo. Speaking of the Kraken, I did want to give a quick shout out to one of the players.
Oh, you go right ahead.
Ryan Donato, who instantly became one of my favorite players. I told you guys a few weeks back, sadly, the Tacoma hockey community, and just the hockey community in general, lost a really good guy, a guy I used to play hockey with, Robbie Kaufman.
Yeah.
And his family does a lot of stuff for the local program. He's a coach, just an all-around awesome dude, has 2 kids, a wife, and it's heartbreaking that he's no longer with us. But I guess somehow Ryan Donato caught wind of what happened and mailed his kids autographed jersey by the whole team, a really nice letter that says how he's thinking about them and how he heard that the family does a lot for the hockey program and thanked them for that, and a few other things like autographed pictures. And it was just cool because I saw it on Robbie's wife's social media. Tara, she posted a video of her kids just like glowing, because open up in the mail and there's an autographed jersey from the entire team. It's a Ryan Donato jersey, and I was just like, man, those are those things. I'm sure he's not doing it for any kind of PR reasons, and I hope I don't step over any lines bringing it up. But I just felt like he deserves to be given some love for that because that's something that he didn't have to do, and that's just an awesome gesture on his part to send something on behalf of the team to be like, hey, we know you guys are big into hockey, love hockey, and your dad did a lot for the hockey program out here, and this is our way of showing some love. I thought that was just really just top notch.
Yeah, very classy. Very, very classy. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic and you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever you want to talk about, we got your calls, we got your texts at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by SeattleBoatShow.com. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What's on your mind? Well, whatever it is, make sure you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ. That's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we'll have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
We got a text message that somebody wanted to know. Okay, guys, you were talking about Jimmy John's earlier, and I had this question. What is the best sub shop? If we're going local, I'm going with Tubbs Subs, and for a chain, I'm going with Jersey Mike's.
Ooh.
That's the texture. That wasn't my hot take.
I don't know if I have any local sub shops around me that I can give some love to. I think I always go to some sort of chain place.
I mean, does Tats count as a sub shop?
Kind of.
They're a sandwich shop.
Sandwich shop.
Yeah, sandwich and subs are different.
I know, but man, they put it on that sweet bread that's kind of like a submarine sandwich.
See, mine's out too then because mine is Husky Deli in West Seattle, but they do sandwiches. They don't do necessarily subs.
I mean, subs are subs. I mean, subs come on a particular type of bread. So
what about Albertsons?
Yeah, that is your store.
I do like their Subway sandwiches.
That's your chain.
Yeah.
What's that place in Tacoma? Was it MSM?
Yes, that was the one I was going to call too because Magical Sandwich Makers, MSM Deli.
I've yet to be there, and everybody swears by it.
Dude, it's really, really, really good, and they do everything. All their sandwiches are made on their signature sub rolls, so they do count as subs. But I've literally gotten a Reuben on the sub roll, but they have an amazing meatball sub as well. Like, you can get anything on that sub, and it's so good.
Maybe I'm going to go there today for lunch.
All right.
Do it. Awesome.
You know what's a chain, but is not a chain to me, was Potbelly. I didn't try it until I came to Seattle. They don't have them anywhere in the Southwest.
Potbelly was like a go-to whenever we went to our radio conventions.
Exactly.
It felt like no matter Atlanta, Chicago, wherever we were, there's a Potbelly within walking distance to wherever, and it was like the go-to. I never go to it here, even though we have one close to the station.
Super close.
And they're awesome.
Yeah.
Their shakes are awesome.
We got a bunch on the east side, too, man. We got a couple, at least I know of.
We do have one close by here?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at that.
It's like 2 streets down.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Dude, you know what's funny is that the MSM place, I thought that was the case. It's like in a convenience store, like a gas station, like convenience-looking store.
Yes.
All right. Well, it still counts as subs, right?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, they've got the whole thing that's made up. You go there and...
Oh, I don't know. Those, I'm not sure. Is that a sub or are those sandwiches?
It's cut up to look like a sandwich, but it's on a sub roll.
It's on a sub roll.
Oh, okay.
They state that specifically on their menus.
That counts then.
Oh, it looks good.
There's a great place we go to in Everett. And, of course, I don't know the name of it because I'm never the one that orders.
What is it with you and Everett food establishments? You always say, there's a great place in Everett. There's tacos. And we're like, what's the name of it? I don't know.
I know. And if any of my buddies are listening that want to text me and tell me so I can give that place in Everett a good shout out, but they have good subs.
Firehouse?
Firehouse is great.
It is Firehouse. I think you're right.
That's Firehouse Subs is not local, though.
Oh, it's not local?
That's a chain.
Oh, I don't got any near me here on the east side. Of course I don't have any.
You know which one? They're not around. Honestly, I always enjoy a good Subway sub, too.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah. Like, we recently, when we were going on a trip to to Eugene, Oregon, we stopped on our way and we went to a Subway. And I got the sweet onion teriyaki chicken one.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've never had that one. Don't sleep
Steve, do you remember that was our jam?
Subway, yes.
Yeah, we Subwayed all the time. It's so funny. Yeah, and it's just, and then we lost touch of that whole thing. I think I'm still a Jimmy John's guy.
Jimmy John's great.
See, the thing is, whichever one's closest is my favorite.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I won't turn. Yeah, it's like, I'm not going to turn down any sub shop, whoever it is, unless it literally says ants and decay subs. Then maybe I won't.
My favorite thing about that Subway place, though, was that you never got to order your own order.
No,
it was ordered for you by the lady that would do it.
That would drive me nuts because she thought she knew my order every time. Like she was like I think she wanted to make you feel like you're at home. Like, hey, you're the regular customer. I know your order, but she would put things on it that I didn't want. I'm like, I don't want onions. And she'd look at me like, no, you do want onions. And then I have to question myself, like, do I?
Oh, yeah. This is one of those philosophical moments. Yeah. She made me feel at home. She used to yell at me, so I felt right at home.
Remember Quiznos?
Yeah.
They're still around, I think.
Yeah. I never see them anymore. And Quiznos sandwiches are good.
I think they're still around, but you're right, Steve. Now that I think about it.
I think they have some at airports.
I love that. I love when you get it heated and it goes to that little conveyor thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're all over the place.
Really, we lost some around me, so I don't know.
I remember the one time we went to a Quiznos and we were in Spokane, and sometimes you just get kind of caught up in the moment. And they had like a lobster roll. And all my buddies like, why are you getting the lobster roll at a Quiznos? I'm like, I don't know, it looks delicious. And so I order it, and I get it, and I should have listened. It wasn't terrible, but it was like, there's a reason why lobster rolls are not like just at fast food places.
It's a lobster roll in Spokane. It's nowhere near water.
It's funny you say that. No. I did the exact same thing in New Mexico because I had seen it on Man vs. Food, and I was like, that looks amazing. Hey, look, they have one at Quiznos, and I went and ordered it, and it was like,
Yeah, you kind of, unless you're at a real good restaurant that, somehow gets the fish pretty fresh, because I had one in Palm Springs and I was like, should I get one in Palm Springs? They're not really near water. But all right, I'll give it a try. But it was pretty good. But I'm also a snob because in Boston and that whole area, lobster rolls are awesome.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where I just got so excited. The picture looked amazing. I was like, I should have just got the turkey sandwich.
The picture.
Caught up in the moment.
You can't believe those pictures, man. They got professional photographers at all those joints.
So I haven't been there in a decade since I now live in Lakewood, but I used to go to MSM at least 3 times a week. They are amazing. And someone said the Acropolis in Kirkland, best grinder on the east side.
Wow, that is a very unfortunate name.
No, I know of one that we could go to Portland that also has good grindering.
That's Acropolis.
Grindering? Yes.
Yeah. Lots of good grindering at that Acropolis.
And I think there's an Acropolis in Everett, too. The same kind of thing, pizza and pasta.
Well, let's check out the Portland location. We should probably go there. I've seen that logo. Yeah, no, I've been there. Actually, that Acropolis is very good.
So is it Greek style? Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Because, I wonder if their Greek style pizza is similar to what I grew up with. Because Greek style pizza is different.
Also, I'm going to bring this back for Steve. Tats does count because they have hot subs on the menu.
Boom.
There you go.
That's my favorite.
All right. Well, as long as you get a hot sub, but I think all I ever get is a sandwich at Tats, so I can't really tell you how good their subs are.
Now, is a grinder a sub or not?
I mean, it's like grinder, hoagie, and sub, I feel like are pretty much the same thing.
I do believe that's true.
Just because people call it different.
Or a Stucky. We used to call them Stuckies, I think, in Massachusetts.
Where were you putting them?
Hey.
Where they get Stucky.
I guess it's just it's a regional thing. So they are all the same thing. It's just depending on where you're at.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
The
I thought they were different.
The Acropolis in Kirkland has hot oven grinders, and those look good, too.
Oh,
yeah. Upstate New York, they were called grinders. I remember when I was growing up in Brooklyn, we would call them hoagies.
Oh.
That's because you guys were losers.
The Acropolis in Portland has grinders too, but it's a different kind.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey!
I said that joke like 3 minutes
I know.
ago.
Apparently, Vicky liked Danny's version better, Steve. So it's all about delivery and presentation. What are you going to do, Steve?
I am
Sorry, buddy. You're out
so
to
hungry because of this conversation.
So, Steve, you're going to have to be. Steve, you're gonna have to be a writer. Apparently, you're the writer, and you did the original version of the song, but boy, somebody covered it. Danny covered it better.
The whole grindering thing.
No, he doesn't. You're talking.
Okay. I don't listen to you guys either. So
It's all
perfect.
fair.
You know, it's a great show. Everybody loves everybody, kind of. Yeah. You know what's really interesting though, Steve? If you go to the Acropolis for the other grindering, I mean that's. Yeah, I mean that's. There you go.
Do you hear that, Danny? He's got jokes.
And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but grinder, hoagie, Stucky, all of that sub, they're all the same thing. So just make sure you keep that in your hat.
Now, where are you putting that Stucky?
Hey,
somewhere Stucky.
What the?
Gross.
It is,
man.
We're doing a great job, aren't we?
Not very good.
It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Man, now again, a lot of people are suggesting where the Everett place. They're thinking, is it Philly Belly?
No, that's not it. No. But if I haven't been there, but Firehouse is it. It's Firehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure because there's been Red Rock subs in Rock subs in Everett.
Oh, wait a minute. It might be Red Rocks. Oh damn. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be Red Rock because I don't know. You know what? Did I get any message from my friends don't listen to the show. They hear me enough. They don't want to hear me anymore.
That Vicky's showing. Oh, I've seen that on my way to go to Restaurant Without a Cause. I always see that sign. The subs that rock.
It's on Broadway, I believe.
Oh, it is on Broadway. Gosh, yeah. Subs. I'm going to have to ask my buddies about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Firehouse is close to where my buddy's house is, so that's why we go to Firehouse.
Man, that Sicilian sub looks good.
I'll tell you this though, man. A good sub, man. There's no beating it.
I always loved putting a bunch of oil and vinegar on my sub.
Oh yeah,
make it really there was a place in upstate New York that we would go to. My buddy Andy and I would get there, and they'd be like, "What do you want?" We tell them, and they're like, "Do you want it sloppy style?" And they're like, "You know it." And there was just
what about the sub though?
I don't know. I never got to it, but we got a good grinder in Portland. That place.
You and that Andy, you crazy kids.
Oh man, but they would just douse it with oil and vinegar to the point where you could not eat that anywhere other than on a table and have the Guy Fieri arm thing going because you don't want to get it anywhere.
Yeah, man.
Wow,
that's a good sub.
Yes,
that's kind of like how Greek pizza was, at least where I grew up. Massively oily, like it was cheese, and there might have been sauce on there, but the cheese was so oily and. Gosh, it was addicting. I don't know what kind of oil they put on there, but it was so good. At least the Greek-style pizza that I had in Massachusetts. That's why I'm interested in trying the Acropolis's pizza to see if it brings me back to my childhood of Greek-style pizza.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever had Greek-style pizza.
There's a restaurant that we go to when I go visit Lily in Massachusetts, and they call themselves Greek pizza, but it's pretty much just normal pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got robbed, Danny, because it was significantly different than what you would call regular pizza. It's a massively thick cheese. It's not like deep dish, but you realize the amount of cheese on there is more than an average pizza's on there, and then it's just greasy, oily good.
Interesting.
Yeah, like Steve said. You could really suck out the oil with a ton of paper towels if you wanted to. You could just some of my friends did that. They're like, "Oh, I don't want to get all the calories," and they would take paper towels and just soak them through with the. I'm like, "What are you doing? Now your pizza's like paper towel flavored, you idiot!" But all right, so Danny, you got to go to. I don't even know if they're in existence anymore, so never mind.
All right.
Yeah, I mean it was about 400 years ago. The place I went to.
So he said, if you go to MSM Deli in Tacoma, be sure to get the BBC.
What is that? Is that a British style pizza?
I mean, last time I went to Tacoma looking for the BBC, that was not.
That's the BB. That's the BBW, Steve. The BBC is like, hello, would you like anchovies on your pizza?
Sure it is, BJ.
Go with that, BJ.
Yeah. Does BBC mean something else?
The BBC is beef, bacon, and cheddar.
Clearly.
Yes. Oh, well, what the hell's Steve talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Click on those thumbnails on
check it out.
Pornhub and you'll find
turn the safe search off on that one and you can find out for yourself.
I always thought that was like BBW was like the only...
well, replace the W with a C.
Yeah. Okay, that's... All right. Oh, wow. All right. Well, I know what that is.
Wow.
But BBW's big, beautiful women.
All right.
So is it big, beautiful? No. Okay. So I'm not that crazy. It's not exactly a matching an acronym just because you can't just replace the C.
The BBW could also stand for something else as well.
Really? What the hell does that stand for? I always thought it was just big, beautiful women, but now he's writing something down. Okay. I'm so... Well, that's not. I get that part, but that's not the W, right? Oh, is it? Do they sometimes say that about women too? Do they use that middle one for women?
Yes.
Oh, I don't. I've only heard big, beautiful women. I haven't heard anything else. All right. Oh, listen, I got no problem with anybody being big or beautiful.
Well, go to MSM and ask for that, and enjoy yourself a big.
I would like the
beef, bacon cheddar sandwich.
Okay, then. All right. Well, congratulations.
Where can we get those grinders in Portland again?
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
We've all learned something today.
Did we?
Yeah. You pick the topic. You guide the show. This is why we need you. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Listeners on the loose. More of your calls, more of your texts at 9:35 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
For tank and tankless hot water heaters, for clogged drains, for leaky faucets, for toilets that won't flush. Stop freaking and call Beacon. Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical is your trusted source to solve all your plumbing needs. 1-800-FREAKIN or beaconplumbing.net.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
A few people texting in about the new Chili Pepper song that you just listened to. One person said, John Frusciante, such an underrated guitarist. I'm so glad that he's back with the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You and me both. Although I like that last guitarist. I thought he was really good. Although I guess he's now touring with Eddie Vedder. He's part of Eddie Vedder's touring group for his solo stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is pretty sweet. I think I think even Chad Smith, the drummer of the Chili Peppers, is playing with Eddie. So it's kind of cool that they're still buddies with John Klinghoffer, I think his name was. But John Frusciante is incredible.
How long has it been since we've had a new Chili song? It feels like almost a decade at least.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's how long it's been.
I don't think it's been a decade. But it's been a while since we've had them with John Frusciante, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure, yeah. I feel like I can't remember the last album they had. Do you even know the name of it?
Dude, I've kind of fallen off the...
Yeah, me too.
Chili Peppers listening. I don't know. There hasn't been a full record that I've listened to by the Chili Peppers in a while.
They had one in 2016 called The Getaway.
Yeah. That's right.
And this is the first album with John since 2006.
So that's been a hot minute.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like 16 years?
That was a different album.
One hot minute. Yeah.
I totally missed the 2016 album. Totally missed that.
Well, maybe you should get on it, man.
Yeah.
I wonder how good it was. I mean, no one's raving about it, so.
I don't think it was bad.
Yeah.
The songs I heard, I didn't dislike. This is not a ringing endorsement for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I didn't hate the last album.
I don't know if you could even name one from the last album, right? That's the key. So there wasn't anything that obviously had the massive success like Californication, anything you can, Under the Bridge. So nothing like that really came about.
No, that's for sure. But they had some songs. There were songs on it.
They had songs on that album?
They really?
They
had 13 songs on it, yes.
Yeah. That's really amazing.
Oh, we played the Dark Necessity song for a hot minute.
Yes. You did?
Yeah.
God, I don't even remember that.
It was a different album.
Yeah. I know, I get it.
Hey,
you don't remember that song, BJ? I can't believe you.
Yeah.
I really have no memory of that song. And I'm a semi-fan? I guess not really.
I'm trying to so the new album's coming out in April called Unlimited Love.
Ooh.
And that's where the song Black Summer that you just heard is on there. And then
all right,
16 other songs from the Red Hot Chili Peppers that I don't know what the names are yet.
Yeah. Oh, they really put a lot of songs on their albums. Good for them. I guess they had time. I mean, if you take, 5 or 6 years to do an album, I suppose you can have 16 songs.
They probably also are a little bit extra inspired right now with Frusciante back in the band.
That's cool.
That guy's so dang good. The Getaway, Dark Necessities, and that's all I know. Yeah, do we have Dark Necessities anywhere that I could hear? I do not even know what that song sounds like.
Probably.
I mean,
sounds like Dark Necessities.
Oh, wow. Necessities. Wow, Anthony. Is that... I didn't know you were going to be on the show today.
Necessities.
You put a little ding-a-ding in there.
No, it's not.
All right. You have to put Hollywood Basement. It's like space is the final frontier, but...
Here you go, BJ.
Yeah, it's not ringing a bell.
Not yet.
I'm sure it'll get there. All right.
It's a long intro there.
Yeah, it's really not ringing the old memory bell here.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I think we played it a lot.
Wow. Did it get to our show as well?
Yeah.
Wow. How do I
For a hot minute.
For a hot minute.
No, that's the other album, guys.
Yeah. Okay, I don't remember this song at all. And maybe we played it when I was,
Well, to be fair, we're still in the intro, so.
Remember this part?
Yeah,
I like it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah,
wow.
This
sounds like a song I would like.
Well, maybe this weekend you need to spend some time with this album.
Coming out to the light of day, we got many.
Oh, there he is.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Actually, kind of like it. All right, maybe this is why it wasn't a hit, because I didn't
BJ
listen.
said, no, it was great. You loved it back then, too.
You know what, Danny? You can do things with yourself at Grinders.
What do you say?
Look at that.
All right,
Making a jump back 6 years ago for you, BJ.
Yeah,
Thanks,
buddy.
New music for you.
Definitely has a real
bass, man.
Has a much more jazzy feel. I mean, I know they've always had this sort of feel to them, but this feels super jazzy as opposed to with a little rock thrown in. I like it, or bluesy, jazzy, whatever you want to call this genre. It definitely feels like I could be in a nightclub.
Here's the chorus.
Yeah, I don't know this.
Wow.
I don't know this at all. Yeah. Dude, I'd have it on. I mean, I have a lot of Chili songs on there, so I would have it on there if I knew it.
Well, you need to put that on there.
Yeah, I'm busy with our Loud and Local band. Kind of intrigued me, so I downloaded their album. I want to listen to that later on.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, how about that? We even got a text about those guys. They are pretty badass.
Yeah.
So he says, hey, it's a thrill to hear my friend's band featured today on the Loud and Local Band of the Week. It's Souls Worn Thin. Stephen Pate is my friend and lead singer of the band. Great band. And they just got featured on KISW.
It's very cool because, I mean, I'm sure with all the music platforms out there, I have YouTube music because I got YouTube, so that comes along with it. And they're there. I love that you just do a search and then anybody you want is right there. It is so cool about these streaming services that you have that ability.
Someone said, hey, guys, did you happen to see how ESPN screwed Gru over? Yes.
What happened? What did ESPN do to Gru?
I could not stop laughing. Some people are getting all butthurt about it, but I think it's just harmless. But so ESPN put up on their Twitter page, congratulations to, what does it say? Philip Grubauer gives the Seattle Kraken their first shutout in franchise history. And then if you look at the picture that they used, that's a picture of Chris Drieger.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's not Philip Grubauer.
Wow.
Wrong goalie.
Some interns fired.
I mean, it's hard to, granted, they're both our goalies. One wears number 60, the other one 31. You think you can figure it out from there.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
I love that the Seattle Kraken wrote, hey, SportsCenter, heads up. That's not Gruby in the photo.
Whoops. And with Twitter, you can't take stuff back. You just have to delete it and repost or just let it live.
They just let it live. They're just like, you know what, at this point, it's fine. If I'm Grubauer, I feel like he's probably going to get a good chuckle out of that.
Yeah, but it does go to show you how important social media is sometimes to companies. When something like that happens, you go, okay. Because, I think anybody with a brain in their head would make sure that, okay, there are multiple goalies. Let me make sure I got the right one.
I like someone tweeted, said, tell me that you don't care about hockey without saying you don't care about hockey.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I've known from, Steve, I don't know if you heard of this, at least with some of their radio stations I heard way back in the day. They don't care about any other sport but football.
Oh, no,
And they really pound it into all of their local affiliates and everything.
It's like, I forget what I read. I remember something that was like 80% of your content should always be about the NFL.
And I'm just, that irritates me. I understand the NFL's popular, but I feel like, okay, well, like, for instance, we love hockey, and this is a town that loves hockey, and that's kind of BS. So it's like, okay, if that's your stupid way of being wherever your corporate office is.
I understand when you get mad, but I can understand, if that's what the mass majority of your audience wants to hear about. I mean, you can't get, like, that'd be like, when people are like, why aren't you playing that small band that no one ever heard of? And it's like, well, sadly, that's just not what the majority of people want to hear about.
Yeah, my thing is that we don't have corporate entities, though, telling you and I what to talk about. So we get to really flavor how we want to flavor the show, for our region. There are some places that, football is not the biggest thing in their town, but it doesn't matter if you're an ESPN station. You still got to do football anyway. 80%. That's what bothers me. You're right, Steve. Look, if the people want to hear what they want to hear, I got no problem with that. But, it's always that decision made, in New York City, and they know nothing about, like, say, Seattle, Washington, and they make decisions anyway like that, when companies do that.
I was too lazy, but I was going to Photoshop a picture of myself on that sports thing. That would tweet it. I'll be like, I can't believe that they put the wrong goalie, and it's a picture of me standing next to the goalie coach. Fantastic. I was about to do it, but then Tatum had a meltdown. I was like, you know what?
See? Kids change your life.
I'm a good parent. I'll put my phone down.
Good for you.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong. I was tempted. I was like, babe, I'm in the middle of photoshopping. What would you take care of?
Yeah.
See, Rev, I want to say this right now. That is the difference between Steve and myself. Because in those moments where I thought, just one more mission to try to save the galaxy on my computer game, I didn't make the Steve choice. I made the other choice.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm not father of the year. My kids, are the way they are.
Who cares if the child leaps down a flight of stairs?
Yeah, listen. I mean, I think for Joe,
turned out just fine. Joe's fine.
He's fine. He's always in concussion protocol.
Granted, he gets irrationally scared on an escalator. But,
otherwise, perfect child. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So BJ doesn't recall a song that he played on the station 6 years ago. Perhaps that was when he admitted that he took his cousin to prom. How do we trust his memory?
It's probably true.
LOL.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
I do remember one thing, that texter's a douche. I do remember that. I mean, spiritually speaking. There you go. Anyway, I love all of you.
I could hear it in your voice.
You're all special to me. There's a place for you somewhere at the heart of my bottom. There is. There we go. All right, 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Except that guy?
Except for that guy. This woman just texted and says, hey, I have a weird dilemma. My buddy, who's married to a guy, she's asking me to pretend to be a different woman to try and trap him on Facebook to see if he's a cheater. Do you think I should do it?
Okay, so why would you want to be catfish in a bad way?
If you want to watch the world burn, sure.
Why do you want to get involved with that? Tell her to pretend to be a woman and try and trap him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you don't have to you have to create a new account or does he not know her?
Yeah, here's a shock. How about you just maybe decide that this person's not for you? If you have this much concern to go through this kind of thing, call whatever it is you have off and go find somebody that you trust in your life. Come on.
What a waste of time.
Yeah. Yes. It's not the way I want to flip through TV channels if I'm going to waste my time, Steve. That's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
Well,
I'm with you.
If they film it and then, pitch it to a show, maybe they can get their own episode on Catfish or something.
Rev is right about that. I mean, there are people that pay money for this kind of stuff.
I'm so glad I don't have any friends that ask me to do stupid stuff like that.
I am
would you do this to try and trap my significant other? Or that just seems like a massive headache. Why are we playing these games? Aren't we all adults?
You've stepped up your game, Steve, though. You really have. You've learned in life to go, okay, you can see drama coming down the street that I think you eliminate people even before they ever would escalate to that. You just have a spidey sense about that.
Well, I've always had that mentality of what good is going to come of this? Nothing good's going to come of this. I'm all for drama if it's going to be silly drama. I'm a big fan of doing dumb things to create stories that will last hopefully a lifetime or until the memory is completely gone. But it's not hurting anybody. I don't want to get involved with any kind of crap like that because it's like, dude, go find a different friend.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Yeah, again.
Changing channels on my remote control.
Yeah, lots of channels. I mean, between all the streaming services and cable, I mean, Steve's got channels, and now you've got the Hulu. So I mean, you got that going on
for a limited time
until the hockey season's over.
Fair enough.
And a month after, because you're going to forget to cancel.
Maybe 2 months after.
And then it'll be hockey season again. Congratulations!
Suck me back in, Rev.
Yeah, I know Hulu's legit though, man. It's a tough one to cancel. It's a good thing that I know somebody.
Oh, dude, do they get you though? Because when we're watching that Pam and Tommy thing, and then it goes to a commercial. And my first thought was, I should probably just upgrade to a better version of this so I don't have commercials.
Oh, yeah.
What am I paying for? And I'm like, that's how they get you.
Mm-hmm. That's how they get you.
A couple more dollars a month. The next thing you know.
That's what you know.
I'm turning tricks on the street to pay for my Hulu subscription.
Wow. All right. I mean, look, I'm all for streaming services, but I don't know if you got to stream yourself on the streets for it, but whatever you got to do, sir.
To paraphrase the late, great Bob Saget.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The aristocrats.
That's it.
I used to do a certain act to pay for my Hulu subscription.
That's what listen, it's a good service. I don't think anybody can fault you. All right, we got a big question that needs to be answered right now. I don't think we can go into the weekend until we get this answered. What do Ryan Castle and a selfie have in common? You'll find out at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a selfie have in common?
Sometimes there is a stick involved.
Whoa, wow.
I saw an ad for one of those the other day, and it collapses down to the perfect side that you can hide it in your bum bum.
Oh, send me the link.
Because I think that's where you need to put those things.
Wow. There's a lot to unpack there.
I like this one text says you can't
take... Or 2-pack there.
Oh!
One text says you can't take both at the Acropolis.
That's true.
It's true.
Steve likes to do both shirtless in front of the bathroom mirror.
Yeah,
you go to a strip club with a roll of quarters one time.
Yeah, I just wish, Steve, would you just do that somewhere else, not in the workplace?
Well, I mean, the best lighting is in our bathroom.
That's all I'm asking. Got 2 teens in North Georgia. They got some charges coming at them because they stole a guy's truck on Sunday. Oh, why did they get caught? Well, because they forgot how sophisticated phones are. The owner of his truck left his phone in it, and when they found the phone, they started taking selfies. What they didn't realize is the guy's phone was connected to his Google Photos account because, the cloud, and all the photos got automatically uploaded and synced. And we don't know if they tried to delete them or not, but police got their hands on the photos and were able to ID these geniuses.
Oh, my God.
And how about this? They were driving around in a different stolen truck when they were caught. So, yeah, I mean, this dude didn't get his truck back as far as we know, but at least these a-holes were caught.
And they got a ticket for distracted driving because they were using the phone in the car.
Yeah, I mean, the death penalty is really what should happen for these kids. Hey, have a good weekend. Ryan Castle, he's up next with the 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
It's wild how, life just puts you in a direction, and it really, you don't feel like you're doing anything. It's sort of like, it wasn't me, it was the car. Otherwise, I'm gone.
Right. I'm thinking, I'm stuck here. Everyone else that I moved out here with, they've already moved back to New York. I'm a busboy at a restaurant. Shout out to, I think it was Claire's Panties or something.
Claire's Pantry? You were a busboy? Panties? I love, That's
a nice Freudian slip.
That was another restaurant I worked at.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.